Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah Peternell. I'm the owner of Family Nutrition Services, and I release new videos every Tuesday. The majority of my content is focused on people who have Hashimoto's. That really is sort of my area of expertise. I'm a board certified holistic nutritionist. I'm also an expert in family nutrition, and I'm a lover of all things detox. So you'll hear me talk about these things a lot. But today, what I want to jump in here and talk about is kind of what everybody else is talking about these days, and that is coronavirus. I have been trying to do as much research and investigation as I can, not just because this subject is so new and so concerning to so many of us. Also because of my own personal health and my family's health, and also for better knowledge of how to serve my clients and those of you who are checking in here for resources and information to support you in your holistic approach to optimal wellness. So, a couple of things without really kind of repeating any of the statistics or maybe information or even at some points misinformation that a lot of us have been getting exposed to through headlines, local news, the mainstream media, etc. I think what I want to say is that there's still a lot we don't know about what's going on with this novel coronavirus. We don't really know where it came from. We don't know why this new strain has emerged. We don't know what the infection rate is. We don't have a clear-cut path to the data on that yet. We don't have information about the cumulative death rate so far, and that is based on a variety of different factors. So again, I will leave that up to the experts, and I do encourage you to check authoritative websites and resources in your area. I'll leave it at that. The reason I wanted to get on here today and talk about the coronavirus is because so many of you in my audience and so many of you who are my clients face-to-face and so many of you are following me because of our shared condition of Hashimoto's. And most of you know that I have Hashimoto's as well as celiac disease, so that's 2 autoimmune diseases. And I also have an implant in my heart that was placed there surgically 2 years ago for a congenital heart defect that was discovered when I was 42 years old. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been thinking a lot about older people. I've been thinking about people that I know that are actively fighting a health condition or a different type of an infection that makes them more immunocompromised. And I had somebody bring it to my attention that I guess I am immunocompromised. I don't really think of myself this way, so that's a good thing and a bad thing, I guess. And maybe you don't think of yourself that way either. If you're watching this and you have Hashimoto's or another autoimmune disease, I hope you actually are living your very best life and feeling really good for days and weeks and months, if not years, because you have been on a path towards true living, true healing, true eating, and true ways of walking softly on this earth. But we all know that the reality is with autoimmune illness that the daily impacts and the daily onslaughts that we experience from toxins and pathogens and triggers that are all around us are real. We wouldn't be in this situation if they weren't real. And what we don't know right now is what is the potential, cure or best preventative measure that people can take who are concerned about the coronavirus and potentially having been maybe exposed or just wanting to avoid exposure. Okay, so the first thing is, and I'm really trying to just keep this with the facts that fit within the type of work that I do and also that fits within the type of information that I'm used to sharing here on my YouTube channel. The facts are that any of us with Hashimoto's and or another autoimmune disease, that we have already been working on taking better care of our immune systems. And so, first of all, great job. Okay, you're already doing a lot of the things that you needed to be doing. And so I want you to rest easy with that knowledge that you've been watching my videos and maybe some other videos, and you're, a purveyor of natural health, that you're doing a lot right. And my guess is that you're eating pretty well, that you're taking some quality supplements, you've read a couple of books, you have a lot more knowledge and information than probably the average person as far as supporting and protecting your immune system. So I want you to rest comfortably with that knowledge. The second and maybe more important thing is that we just need to take it up a notch right now. We need to make sure we have the right supplements on hand, that we're eating the right types of foods, and that we are taking extra precautions to stay away from, the types of hazards and the types of encounters that would potentially compromise our immune system. Okay. The first thing is, are you getting enough sleep? Because if you're not, your immune system does not have a chance to reset, and it does not have a chance to do your overnight body scan and help to clear out circulating immune complexes, to help with the methylation pathways, to support your detox, to support your elimination. You must be resting for at least 7 hours minimum, probably more, hopefully more. I hope you're still nurturing and taking care of your good bedtime routine and guarding your sleep hygiene and your bedtime space, keeping screens away, blue lights off, keeping your maybe your HEPA filter on right now, protecting that space where you sleep and rest. This is of utmost importance, so that you have the chance every night when you go to sleep to hit the reset button. I know it's hard when we're worried about things or we're feeling stressed to stay up and think, or maybe we just find that our mind is racing and we just can't quiet things down. So maybe now is a really good time to implement some sleep supplements to support better, more deep and more peaceful rest. And so what that looks like for me personally is a very small amount of melatonin. I start with 1 milligram and see how that makes me feel. I don't want to be groggy the next day, and I don't want to, be completely knocked out, but I just want to help support my body's natural production and the available melatonin. And so I start with 1 milligram, and the most I've needed to work up to, not under these circumstances, but in the past during stressful times, is 3 milligrams. I also increase my magnesium glycinate. This is really good, not only from supporting the body under times of stress, but also helping to support your elimination pathways. So making sure that you're having, daily bowel movements, and that you're also replenishing all of the tissues that rely on magnesium for so many of the hundreds of different processes in the body, okay? So magnesium is really important. Also, there are some very gentle herbs that you can incorporate. I like to take most of my herbs in a tea form just because I'm pretty sensitive and I don't like to kind of overwhelm my nervous system. I really like chamomile tea. I like some of the adaptogen herbs like holy basil in a tea form. I also really love rooibos tea, which is kind of a naturally let's see, how do I describe this in kind of a easy to reference way? If you need energy, it gives you energy. If you need calm, it gives you calm. Rooibos is an adaptogen. It's really supportive of your hypothalamus, your pituitary, your adrenal, your thyroid, and your reproductive organs axis. So rooibos is something that I drink multiple times per day on a regular basis. Other herbs that you can take right now that are really supportive just of your immune system, not just sleep and stress, but also ginger. You can just make your own ginger tea at home by cutting up a couple little knobs of fresh ginger and maybe taking some of the outer peel off, pouring some boiling water over it, and having that maybe with a wedge of fresh organic lemon. That would be really good for combating any inflammation that's in the body and also helping to keep that digestive fire strong in your body. Okay, so let's see. In particular to autoimmune disease, what do we need to know right now? Many of us with autoimmune disease, we do not produce enough secretory IgA. Secretory IgA is it's a component of your immune system. It lives in your digestive tract. It's kind of that frontline therapy. It's the part of the immune system that is there to combat anything that the digestive system comes into contact with, especially of a pathogenic nature. And so people with low secretory IgA and autoimmune disease tend to pick up kind of like every little bug, especially a lot of the digestive stuff. Secretory IgA is helpful in supporting your immune system, and so you will want to do some of the things that will help boost naturally secretory IgA. So the first thing that is really helpful in supporting secretory IgA is sleep. Okay, other things are going to be sleeping, really well at night, but also sleeping throughout the day, getting in little cat naps. That can also help to support that. You want to look at the types of foods that you're eating and lower any types of inflammatory foods. So no sugar, no alcohol, refined grains, refined flours, refined processed oils, anything that's basically in a package, anything that has a label on it, those would be the types of foods to stay away from right now. And do your very best effort nutritionally to try to cook foods fresh from scratch as best as you can. So, while everybody else is stocking up on toilet paper, maybe you want to be stocking up on some kale and some broccoli, sweet potatoes, avocados, olives. You want to be eating a lot of the nutrient-dense, plant-based foods with their healthy fats, as well as you want to make sure that you're getting adequate protein. So for those of you that are conscious omnivores, right now is a good time to be stocking up your freezer, not just in kind of your standard grass-fed beef and organic chicken, but some varietals of meat as well that will also help to boost your secretory IgA levels in your gut. And so look at maybe like your local butcher or order from some of the places online where you can get some heritage breeds of animals or maybe some really unusual cuts of meat from, say, like ostrich or venison, bison. These are the types of what I like to think of as kind of our ancestral meats that are really geared towards protecting us and supporting us when our body's in times of extreme stress, which I would say right now is probably one of those times. Okay, so also from a further evaluation of supplements, what we know right now is that the most profound research, and you guys can go to PubMed and to the NIH and some other places, I'll include a really great link here in the pinned comments. The best research we have on helping people to recover from the coronavirus is on vitamin C. This is kind of like old news, really, because what we know and have known for years and years and years is that vitamin C is one of the most powerful antioxidants that is really potent in the body resisting the ability of viruses to stick to cells and tissues. And also, if the virus has already infiltrated, it is vastly important in terms of preventing the damage that the virus can do, especially like to lung tissue and respiratory tissue. So high doses of vitamin C would come from a good quality vitamin C source. Again, I'll put it in the pinned notes where I would recommend you get your vitamin C right now. Please note that a lot of the higher quality, higher levels of supplements companies are back ordering. Unfortunately, they just are not able to keep these products in stock right now. But even if you have to wait for a week, it's still better than having none at all. But in terms of vitamin C from food sources, you guys just stocking up on right now, navel oranges, organic navel oranges, grapefruits, lemons, limes, all of the wonderful vitamin C rich fruits and vegetables, persimmons, kiwi, red bell peppers, all of our most friendly plant-based foods. Again, the things that people are leaving untouched on the grocery shelves while, the toilet paper aisle and the hand sanitizer aisle are empty. People are leaving fruits and vegetables for the rest of us, I guess. Those are the types of foods that are going to be containing the best sources of vitamin C. So try to consume around 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 or 10, maybe, servings of vitamin C rich fruits and vegetables every single day right now. So lots of fresh fruits, but also you can make like a roasted vegetable tray that you can kind of munch on throughout the week. I love to take carrots and parsnips and some green vegetables like broccoli and zucchini and make a big sort of roasted casserole-ish with coconut oil and garlic, and then I just roast them until they're just tender and slightly caramelized, and then even once they have come to room temperature or if they've been in the refrigerator, I'll add those to my meals multiple times throughout the week. Also, I really would like for you to find a source of bone broth, and if you don't have one, I recommend Kettle and Fire. You can go to my website and you can click on the resources link, and you can find Kettle and Fire, a direct link to their website, but you can just Google that. Kettle and Fire makes amazing bone broth, and this is a great place to start if you're just uncertain about how to use bone broth and you maybe don't have a recipe or you don't have the means to get bones right now. You need to have bone broth on hand, whether you like to sip it, you want to cook, say, your rice with it, braise the vegetables with it, blend it into soups. We need to have a lot of amino acids available for our body, including glutamine to help protect our gut lining, and also the collagen that's necessary to help repair tissues. Should you become sick, or just to help to prevent being sick, you need to have really strong tissue throughout your body, including your digestive system and your upper respiratory system and your lung tissue, to prevent the damage, again, that could be as a result of the virus, okay? And so bone broth is a source of those amino acids and the collagen and the glutamine, as well as a really, really good source of many minerals that are present, because the bones, right, when they're cooked down, they leach the minerals at the micronutrient level to really get that sort of pure mineral source into the liquid, okay? So I don't really want to go on and on for weeks and days with coronavirus, nutrition, but this is a starting point for many of you. I'm going to recap it. Sleep, add melatonin if you're not sleeping, magnesium to help with sleep and stress, and also to ensure that you are adequately eliminating and having a bowel movement every single day. Vitamin C, about 3 grams, and lots of vitamin C rich foods, fruits and vegetables, tons of plant-based foods. Think antioxidant support during this time. Think about bone broth, and think about high-quality animal protein to help with the integrity of your tissues and keep your body strong and really supported when others around us may be, find themselves in a weakened state. We want to stay strong. Okay, with any of us who have autoimmune illness, hypothyroidism, Hashimotos, celiac, other gastrointestinal illnesses, other autoimmune diseases, this is our opportunity to really take what we know, to really put it into practice, and to really be as well as we can during this time. Stay hydrated, folks. Lots of water, lots of clean, pure water, fresh, filtered water. And sunshine. Okay, that's my last bit of advice. Even though we're practicing social distancing and a little bit of self-isolation during this time, you can still get out into the sun, sit on your back patio, take the dog for a walk, go get some of that good vitamin D from the UVA, UVB rays that are coming down right at the perfect angle this time of year to make contact with our skin and help to produce those vitamin D hormones in the melanocytes of the skin. Nothing replaces that. If you're not getting a lot of sunshine, if you're having more cloudy days than that, you can also add in 2,000 to 5,000 international units of vitamin D per day to your regimen. Okay? So I think that just about covers it for today. I will include links to my favorite resources for these supplements and bone broth in the pinned comments below. And I wish you all well. Stay safe and stay sane, okay? Take care.